so you all get a little message. And then I thought a good way to start would be to go around and do some introductions since not everybody knows each other. So Shawn, let's start with you, and then I'll just say everybody's name and they can introduce themselves.
All right. Well, I'm Shawn Dugan, and I am a student at Central Ohio Technical College. I have been since 2012. I started in a design major. It transitioned to an engineering major, and then I added business management, and now I'm working towards a technical studies degree, which will allow me to start my own business.
Great, thank you.
Cool.
Barry?
Well, Shawn, I think you and I do know each other. It was funny because that's what Kim asked me. She said, do you and Shawn know each other? I said, I need to see his face again. But as soon as I see him, I'm like, oh yeah, I know Shawn. And so in a very good way. So Shawn, you know, I serve as the president of Central Ohio Technical College and have for almost a 2-year cycle now. And this is my repeat performance because I was the student affairs and enrollment officer for 14 years and came back. And if you're wondering why I keep reaching down here, I have 2 very needy lab retrievers who want all my time and attention, but it is now yours, Shawn.
Great, and then Sarah?
I am Shawn. I am Sarah Wallace. It's so nice to meet you. I have been, I'm an emeritus board member of the COTC board. I've been on the COTC board, I don't know, for maybe 20 years or so. I work in the community doing a lot of nonprofit work. My paying job was always at First Federal Savings. I was the president there and I'm still the board chair there. And I work with the Evans Foundation and the Reese Foundation and the Newark Campus Development Fund.
Thank you, Sarah. Jennifer?
Shawn, it's nice to meet you virtually. I'm sorry that you were stuck with a picture. I'm having some technical difficulties today, but I am the executive director of the Newark Campus Development Fund, a public charity that is in place for the sole purpose of supporting Ohio State University at Newark and Central Ohio Technical College. And I partner very closely with the team at the campus as we raise funds for scholarships and building projects and other special initiatives. So it's my pleasure to be here today and to learn a little bit more about you.
Thank you, Jennifer. And Melanie?
Hi, Shawn. My name is Melanie Bollender, and I too am a bounce back like Dr. Barry. I worked for COTC's Coshocton campus and then left and did a capital campaign for another nonprofit and have since come back and now work in the advancement office with Kim. And I'm thrilled to be back. I miss seeing students on campus, but I'm excited to hear about your new business plan that you want to start because I love entrepreneurs. I think that's great. I'm very supportive of that. Wish you all the best in that. But I just look forward to hearing more about you and learning more about your interests and, you know, goals and dreams.
Great, thank you, Melanie. And Shawn, I'm Kim Mano. I think we met before, maybe when you presented at one of our COTC Board of Trustees board meetings. I work in the advancement office with Melanie, and we get to do a lot of fun things out in the community, but then also on our campus. You know, a lot of work with our alumni and our donors who support scholarships and new buildings and lots of different programs on campus. So fun to see you. And before we get started with the interview, I'm just going to give a little recap of this award and why it was created. So this is the J. Gilbert Reese Next Generation Community Leadership Award. It was established in 2019 with a twofold purpose. The first was to recognize Mr. Reese's incredible legacy of visionary leadership and community support, and then also to inspire the next generation of community leaders just like you. This award is presented annually to one COTC student and one Ohio State Newark student. We normally present it at our annual scholarship breakfast in November, and because that could not happen this year, we were going to find a new way to award it. But to be eligible, as you know, students have to exemplify a spirit of volunteerism and community involvement, be involved in student activities, clubs, or organizations, have demonstrated leadership on and off campus, and then have a cumulative GPA of at least a 2.5. The selection committee then reads all of the applications and essays, and then we rank each applicant based on how they meet each of those eligibility criteria. And I will tell you that this is no small feat, because just this year we received 21 COTC applications and 49 Ohio State Newark applications. So it took us all a few days to read through everything and pick who we thought were our top 3 candidates for each school. And obviously you are one of them. So in the end, the COTC student and the Ohio State Newark student who is chosen for the award will each receive a framed certificate and a $2,000 scholarship that will be applied to their tuition for spring semester. So this is a very prestigious award, and I think we're all excited to be part of it. And I'm sure you're excited to be here to be part of it. So before we get on to any questions, I would like to give Dr. Barry or Sarah or Jennifer a chance to say a few words about Gib, Mr. Reese, and what his legacy on our campus has been or in the community. So Dr. Barry, would you want to start off?
Sure, I appreciate that, Kim. And Shawn, what I can tell you is this award could not have been better named for an individual who exemplified all the different characteristics of which this individual will personify as well. You know, Mr. Reese was a fantastic gentleman, and I had a chance to get to know him in my first go round on the campus, and had a chance to present to him at times about some ideas and perspectives. And he wasn't an easy sell, because he was committed to what was always the betterment of the community. And you had to convince him that what your idea was going to enhance the community to something significant. And I appreciated that about him. Just a very good all-around individual who was always thinking about the common good first.
Great. Sarah, anything you'd like to add? Sarah, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry, Shawn, I forgot when I introduced myself before. I'm Gilbert Reese's daughter. So I had the honor of actually, you know, being with him my entire life. But then in the last 40 years that I've been working in the Newark community, really the first 30 years of that period of time, I got to work side by side with Dad. So it was really fabulous. I learned a lot from him. Somebody said to me, well, I said something like Dad has taught me so much. And somebody said, well, no, I said, Dad has taught me everything I know. And they said, well, that's fine, but just make sure he teaches you everything he knows. Well, I'm not sure that he could really possibly do that. But anyway, he would be just thrilled with these 21 applicants for this award. He passed away 2 years ago, and then this award was started a year ago in his memory. So it really means a lot to our family, and we're thrilled to have an opportunity to meet people who are COTC students who really exemplify what he truly cared about. And it sounds like from your resume that you truly do that. And so it's a neat thing. So.
Jennifer, anything that you would like to add?
Sure. I would just, he was an extraordinary person who had a great ability his vision was just phenomenal. He could see the needs of the community way before the community itself could see them. But another trait of his was the ability to kind of pull people along and build consensus and try to get people on board to help solve big community issues. And so I think that's a really important part of his legacy, and hopefully a part of what students who are learning on the Newark campus, both from COTC and Ohio State Newark, will have the ability to do over time to really help make our community better.
Great. Thank you, Jennifer. So before I turn it over to Melanie to ask her first question, I'm just going to give a little recap of Shawn. And Shawn, feel free to fill anything in if I miss any details or mess something up. But according to your essay, Shawn, you have great volunteer and leadership experience both on and off campus. Your on-campus involvement includes volunteering during the high school egg drop competition, College Aspire, and working on projects like the bridge remodel on the bike path. After volunteering during the College Aspire, you proposed the creation of a COTC Student Ambassador Program, which you then helped to charter and lead. As a student ambassador, you've helped with campus tours and college visit events like First Responders Day and Manufacturing Day. You've also helped with Independence Day celebration on July 3rd, Dr. Berry's investiture ceremony, STEM Fest at the Works, STEM on the Square, and Coshocton Manufacturing Camp. In addition, you have volunteer experience with your church and the Salvation Army and Food for the Hungry in Knox County. And as if that weren't enough, we know that you are starting your own business, a market, garden, farm, and event space with an emphasis on agro-tourism and on-farm community events and activities, such as workshops and event hosting. You intend to focus on the issue of food injustice and use your space and platform to create programs that will both enable and teach people to grow food through a community garden space and membership program. You plan on offering growing space through memberships, but it is your hope that someday you'll be able to grant memberships to those who are less fortunate. So we know that you are a busy guy and you do a lot for the campus and for the community. So we know you're here because you are one of our top candidates. So I will turn it over to Melanie to ask our first question.
I don't know, just hearing about that makes me crave fresh produce. It's late in the afternoon, I'm getting hungry. So Shawn, the first question is just to share how, if you are awarded this scholarship, this recognition, how will it impact you, not just financially, but what do you think the impact would be?
Well, obviously, aside from the financial impact, which is a very important thing, it will enable me to take the next semester, and which I have actually planned a human services course, and I believe I'm going to take an economics course. And so that will lock that in because right now I actually am doing some out-of-pocket funding for my college expenses. But with whatever left over, if I can, I'm on a shoestring budget with my business. So I will use some of that leftover when I've used it towards my living expenses first. Then I will hopefully be able to purchase some more items that I need for my business.
Great. Thank you, Shawn. And if I remember correctly, did you tell us at the board meeting that you presented that you're a single dad, I believe? Is that right?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about your, I don't know if it was a son or daughter?
Yeah, my daughter Riley, she's been with me living at home with my family since she was 4 years old, and she's 13 and a half right now. And so it's been challenging, but it's been enlightening. I've learned a lot. It actually helped me to kind of have direction in my life. When you have someone depending on you, you learn that you have to go out there and do something, and not only to provide for a future, but to lead by example. And that has been a big North Star in my life. My daughter has been.
Yeah.
So I don't know what more I can say. Anybody who has been a parent understands that you put them first in a lot of areas of your life, and a lot of things you want to do kind of have to be on the back burner. But if you can do it just right, that stuff that you want to do can also be a part of your child's life.
That's right. Yeah.
That is great. Well, before we go to the second question, I'm just looking at our score sheet, and I don't know how this has happened, but this is actually kind of embarrassing. It looks like I made a mistake when I was calculating the scores. And Shawn, I think you are actually the winner of this scholarship.
Yeah.
That's
Shawn, yay!
You did it,
Typical.
Shawn. Congratulations.
I was not even expecting it all. Thank you. So much.
Congratulations.
I
That
don't even
is-
know what I can say.
You're
You know,
smiling.
we can't do this at the scholarship breakfast like we have obviously planned to every year. But we wanted to do it in a fun way where you would be surprised. I hope you didn't spend too much time preparing for an interview. Or if
That's
you,
refreshing.
hopefully it's okay now.
You're good at this. That was a good reveal. I would run from that to the top.
Good, good.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Shawn.
Thank you. I would like to say at different points, I've actually had the pleasure of speaking with each of you. And it has actually been something that has inspired me because I know what each of you means to the campus and within the community. And Mr. Reese had a huge impact on my life. And so the fact that this is an award named after him means a lot to me. The canal market, which I know he had a desire for that to exist. I first saw the renderings of that and I knew I still wanted to be involved in that. And then I had the fortune of going to Italy, and Dr. Barry can appreciate what that means to you.
Yeah.
In many ways, this is almost coming full circle.
Yeah.
What he has given to my life and then what I am able to do because of those things.
Mhm.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know you went on the Italy exchange program. My
Yep.
mother will be thrilled to know that.
Yeah.
And you can thank her again for me. I've had the pleasure to thank her before, both in person and in writing, but I don't even know how many times I can be thankful for that. That was the experience that really caused me to choose the direction I'm going now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, Italy's inspirational for that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yes. The
Yes,
community
yes.
aspect of the group you're with and the group you go to be with, and then the food aspect and that's to my heart.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
John
making
Gary
me-
knows that.
You're making me hungry again.
You know, one thing I want to say before we all do depart is, Shawn, I was not a part of the selection process because there could be some undue influence that maybe I could wield in some of that. But there could have been no better selection for this award, and somebody that truly represents and epitomizes what Mr. Reese stood for. And the fact that you're going to be bringing this full cycle, like you mentioned, back to the community is outstanding. And congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
That's
And
awesome.
I'll say for our selection committee, the selection committee is actually me, Melanie, and Jennifer. And I think I can say that we each read through all of the applications, and without a doubt, you were our top choice. So there was no like second or third option. You were good applicants, but you really stood out from the group.
Well, I intend to continue doing what I'm doing, and whether awards come or not, I was going to do what I'm going to do, but I appreciate that it is recognized. So thank you so much.
Very cool.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Be sure to tell your daughter what Dad accomplished.
I will. I will.
And Shawn, we're recording this, so we'll be able to send you the link. So if there are other people that you want to share it with. And Faith Phillips will be applying the $2,000 scholarship to your tuition for spring semester. So, and we'll be mailing your certificate.
I'm still in shock. You survived like that.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
We
Congratulations.
wish we could high five you in person, but we can't.
Yeah.
So we'll just, yeah.
Well, my friend.
Virtual high five. Congratulations,
A lot
Shawn.
in this world right now in how we still communicate with each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, stay well. Stay well.
Absolutely.
Yep, and keep doing all the good work that you're doing.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a promise.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, we'll be in touch soon.
All right, great. It was great seeing everyone. Thank you.
Great
Thank
seeing you.
John.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good evening.